morning, class. This morning we're going to talk about a childhood hymn, and it's going to be a quick overview of this piece. So a question that you may have is, why learn about a childhood hymn? And maybe another question is, well, we already played the piece, so we know it pretty well. Well, that's not necessarily the case. So we're going to focus on a few things to help us learn more about this piece. We're going to focus on the composer, a childhood hymn versus Jesus Loves Me, and then the publisher. All these things which make a great piece of music. So right here we have David Holsinger. He was born in Hardin, Missouri on December 26th of 1945. David, he has received an array of degrees from an array of colleges. So some of those colleges are Central Methodist University, University of Central Missouri, and the University of Kansas. And next there's some achievements that he has been honored with. So Holsinger, he was honored by the Gustavus College, which is actually pretty close to here, and is located in St. Peter. And he was awarded the Honorary Doctorate of a Lifetime Achievement, and that was in composition. And that really shows in all of the works that he has done. Holsinger, he is a very well-known composer and clinician and across the United States and even the world. Very successful man. And then next we have a little more detail about him. He was actually served 15 years as a music minister, and he was a worship leader and then a composer at the Shady Grove Church in Grand Prairie, Texas. And I think that is in relation to this arrangement of a childhood hymn. It relates to Jesus Loves Me, so I think the minister work that he has been working on really shows in this piece. And kind of backtracking to the beginning, how I said that he has gotten degrees from an array of colleges. He got the Bachelor of Music Education at Central Methodist College. His Master's of Arts he received at Central Missouri State University. And then he got the academic degree, or the lifetime one that I mentioned, from Gustavus College earlier. And then his Doctor of Musical Arts he received at the University of Kansas. This next one is comparing Jesus Loves Me to a childhood hymn. And it's just going to be one moment while I get this up. I would like to listen to the melody a little bit in both pieces, so just be 1 second. So listen to the melody and when the lyrics come in.
Jesus loves me, this I know, for the Bible tells me so. Little ones to him belong, they are weak, but he is strong. Yes, Jesus.
Alright, so with the lyrics, you kind of heard the beginning of the melody, so let's compare that to a childhood hymn. You're going to notice right away from the clarinets that they have the melody, and so we're going to listen to that really quick. So. That gives you an idea on how similar they are with each other. Before, I played this piece a few times, and I didn't even know that there was comparison to like a Christian song. So this next slide, we're going to talk a little bit more about that. So a little history behind A Childhood Hymn. It is an arrangement from Jesus Loves Me. As I said before, the clarinet at the beginning has the melody. And when the clarinet has this melody, the lyrics that are going with it are, Jesus loves me, this I know. For the Bible tells me so. Little ones to him belong. They are weak, but he is strong. So if you take those lyrics and put them underneath the melody, it would make perfect sense. And then just a little bit of background of Jesus Loves Me. We have the music that is written by Anna Warner, and then the music by William Bradbury. And this next one, just to conclude this PowerPoint here. So we have a publisher. A publisher is a big thing for any musician or composer. So Winter Jones Publications, it was founded in 1964, and then in that year, Merrill Jones, he went to the Midwest Clinic that is in Chicago, and then he brought just one piece by Claude Smith, and that piece was Imperata Overture, and that really premiered his publication company. And so you're probably wondering where the last name Winker comes in. That's actually one of his good friends that he had met at the Midwest Clinic, and they are actually traveling instrument salesmen. And so with that common interest, they're like, hey, we should totally have a publication company. And they did that, they achieved it. And to make that happen, they used Claude Smith's compositions until he had passed away. And it made it bigger and bigger. People started recognizing this Winter Jones publication, and that's when they just became a bigger deal. So not only do they do concert band music, they have orchestra music and educational pieces, so they've really expanded their library. So I have an assignment for you guys. I know that assignments are just not fun, but we're going to do it anyway because I think it's super cool. So after learning a few things about A Childhood Hymn and the composer, the publisher, and then comparison between A Childhood Hymn and Jesus Loves Me, I'd like you guys to write a 2-paragraph reflection paper of what you learned. So I'd like maybe the first paragraph to be about the facts that you learned, kind of just making sure that's really embedded in your brain. In the second paragraph, I'd like you guys to really focus on how this is going to improve your rehearsal. So by learning all these different things about the composer, where this arrangement came from, and then so just taking all of that into perspective, how is that going to improve your rehearsal for next time? So make sure you have that in mind, and then once we go into rehearsal, it's probably going to change everything. It'll give you a better idea, and we'll make it more musical, and I think that's really going to help you guys a lot. So I thank you for listening intently, and we're going to have a great class next time. We're going to have a great rehearsal, and I hope you guys have a great day.